Hey guys, welcome to my podcast. Today I'm going to talk about some points that I forgot to tell you in my last video, which was about how I improve my English on a day to day basis. So today I will be answering some of the questions that some of you may have about the last video. So, as you know that in my last video, I basically suggested you to do only two things. First is speak as much as you can and maybe talk to yourself or maybe just pretend to speak while reading the text from somewhere, because then your mind will get used to hearing your voice in English. And the second thing that I told you is to just read the newspaper, English newspapers, and search the meaning of every unfamiliar word that you came across while reading the newspaper, which will help you to improve your English. So this thing was very easy to understand, but today I want to address some of the problems that we face in a day-to-day basis. You see, whenever we are watching a TV show or a movie, we often hear a lot of unfamiliar words, and we all wish that we knew the meaning of this word, and then we feel degraded and we regret that we should have worked on our vocabulary. We all have been in these situations, and we still deal with these situations in a even today. But today I would like to propose the idea to look this from a different point of view, and that point of view would be you 2 or 3 years back. Okay, so now I want you to think about a movie or show that you watched 2 or 3 years ago, and now I want you to watch it again. You would notice that you are understanding a lot more words than you did when you first watched it. Your listening abilities have improved. You are more able to understand what is going on, and more importantly, you don't have to look at subtitle as much as you used to do. And I know it because I myself have seen this change. Yesterday I rewatched Daredevil season 1, and I noticed that I am understanding many words that I didn't understand 2 years ago. Okay, and then I thought that my English has improved so much than I ever thought it would be 2 years ago. So what I'm saying is that when you see yourself from the point of view of yourself 2 or 3 years back, you could see the improvement that you have gone through. And when you realize that, you can easily see what did you do exactly that helped you the most. And if I were to tell you what I believe helped me to better understand these movies, or watching the movies that are my favorite, or watching my favorite movies a lot of times, and by searching the meaning of every word. And I think I may not know the meaning of every word I search, uh, but I think the words that I fully understand are the ones that are frequently used in the movies. And I must have paid my full attention to what they are saying after knowing their meaning. So, and I think my best advice would be to first know their meaning and then rewatch it. But now, how the word is used in the movie, and then remind yourself the meaning every time it comes. And just do this every time you read an article in a paper. First just read the whole article and then try to understand what it is saying, then read it again, but now search every unfamiliar word, then read it again but remind yourself the meaning of every word, then read it out loud with emotions. But I don't do this with movies because you know I don't want to imitate the actors in a movie because it's very hard. And it's also very strange, as you're not preparing for, break into acting. So reading any article would be my best suggestion. So if I have to conclude what I had just said, then I would say if you are watching a movie for the first time and you don't understand the meaning of any word, don't search it in the middle of the movie when you're first watching it. Just watch the whole movie, then rewatch the movie, but now search the meaning of every unfamiliar word. Now watch it the third time. Now rewatch the movie, but don't stop it anywhere in middle of the movie, and see how much you understand the movie now versus when you first watched the movie. So the contrasting nature of your understanding would show you how much you learn, how much have you learned, how much have you learned, and what are the words that are still a little difficult to understand, and what words you really understand. Now, I also want to talk about something that bugs a lot of people. We came across a lot of unfamiliar words in our day-to-day life, and we search a lot of them. But I know that most of you people fear that you will just waste your time if you can't remember its meaning when it comes again. And I'm sure that it happens with all of us when we're trying to remember its meaning, and we know that we searched it, but we just can't remember its meaning. And I think the best thing that we can do to improve our vocabulary is to just read the text in which it is used, and again. And when you will do it, at first you will get stuck on that word, and your mind will take some time to translate the whole sentence with that word. But when you will read it again and again, your mind will get used to it, and you have no problem reading it again. And when you reach a state like this, I will suggest you to read that line out loud, so you will become comfortable in speaking it. So I think this is the best thing that you can do to improve your vocabulary. And I know that at first it will feel like a very slow process, and you will fear that you're wasting a lot of time, and you at this speed you will learn a lot less words. But believe me, when you start doing this activity, you will get used to it. And after some time, your mind will take less time to get habitual of a word when you search its meaning, and your subconscious mind will know how to process learning a new word. And you can see this in yourself too. Remember, we all remember how much time it took us to understand words meaning, and now compare it with the time you took today. uh, you know in our past, when we were little children, we took a lot of time to understand, but now we took less time than we did. So you will notice that it has improved because you have learned a lot of words in your life. So you just have to increase the number of words that you learn in a day with this wonderful and easy method, and don't make sentence out of it. Like, don't make sentence out of a word to understand it. I have done this, and it's so boring as. And so just learn a new word and read the text again and again. Okay, so this would be my advice, and thank you for listening. Bye.